Greetings, people of Dead by Daylight. Today I have something pretty special for you survivor mains out there. Today I'm going to show how to take hits from a survivor's point of view. This is to help your teammates who are on death hook or what have you. They're trying to escape the killer's grasp. Now today I've made this nice, elegant diagram. If you feel the need to pause, that's fine. I have a little key up here that shows what everything is. But in essence, it's just a simple loop. And this red dot's the killer, and this green dot is your teammate, and that blue dot is you. Watching this first scenario, which I have one of two of. This is being the first one, and this is the beginner one. This one's the easy one to take the hits for. And this one is just when the killers they're brute forcing it. They're just going in circles. They don't double back to try and make distance or anything, and it gets to the point where they get bloodlust and they start to catch up to your teammate. And in order to take a hit here, you need to cut just behind your teammate. And this way, it maximizes the amount of time that your teammate has been able to waste. And like I said earlier, assuming they're injured or on death hook, they've been chased pretty hard and they're trying to escape. What you can do right about here is you start to just close in and just cut behind them. Just like that. And you're right in between both your teammate and the killer and successfully blocking the killer. Now, one of two things can happen here. Either the killer will hit you or they'll try and go around you and chase you around and kind of just use their speed to slowly make their way around to hit your teammate. First scenario, you took the hit. Good job. Your teammate runs away. Second scenario, in this case, in scenario one. Sorry, I'm throwing scenario all around, but this is just two cases. Of what could happen. If they're trying to get around you and they're kind of succeeding, you just need to hold your ground. Just really just even move outward a little bit if they're trying to go around you. That's what you do in that case. But that will leave you with a successful hit taken eventually. All right, and now this is the advanced scenario number 2. This one's a little bit tricky because it requires you to know something first. And it is about something called zones. This is what I call zones. I use this method of hit taking all the time, or I keep this in mind all the time when I'm using this method. It's these zones. And the first zone is this red zone. This is where everything's happening. Killer's chasing in this zone, and they're hugging the tile as tightly as they can. And they're really trying to do it as efficiently as possible. And this is where your teammate is going to be under a lot of pressure. And this is your job to hover around the green zone. And this is just outside. This is just outside, giving your teammate just enough room to go around this red zone as they please. Or as they need. And in the second scenario, this is called the double backer. And the killer, they love to switch directions that they're going to make up distance. And in this case, since you are in the green, as you can see over here, and your teammate is in the red, hugging the tile, running it like they should be, you're in actually a really good spot because right here, even as you see, the killer's about to double back. They double back, and they make the distance. Your teammate sees. You can't really see because you're blocked by a wall, but your teammate can see the red light poking out over here. And they want to switch directions. They want to go back through. You can just stay right there in that green spot, in that green lane. As long as you're close to your teammate, you can allow them to switch directions as they need and get between you and, well, I mean, the killer and your teammate. And you can successfully take the hit in that case. All right, some problematic killers that this can be kind of tough or not appropriate to do against is insta-down killers, like, in example, Bubba, Billy, Ghostface, Michael, Oni. There's some other killers that have add-ons that allow them to insta-down, but that's usually pretty rare cases, and I'm not going to cover that today, but yeah, those can be very bothersome, especially Bubba, because he can just chew through survivors with his chainsaw. It's no joke. But yeah, there's the killers that just ignore collision. An example, the Nurse and Onryo. Nurse can blink through you, and Onryo can demanifest and just walk right through you that way. And they can manifest in front of you and hit the survivor or your teammate. And then there's Pyramid Head, of course, who can multi-shot survivors and hit more than one. So that is pretty problematic, and it doesn't often end well. Last thing I'm going to touch on is taking hits under the hook. There's just a couple of things, a couple of rules and things to keep in mind when you're doing this. Okay, first off, stand still directly underneath the hook. Because lately it's been easier for killers to vacuum into this hook. And standing still directly under the hook will just block them no matter what. But after you get hit, something to keep in mind is you will lose collision for a short time. So do not attempt to take another hit while you're injured, because either the killer will hit you again, you'll be downed, and he'll just hook you, or he'll just hook the survivor you was carrying. So don't do this unless it's absolutely necessary. And the fourth thing to keep in mind is that you need to be careful taking hits underneath the hook against a Legion, because they will often have a perk called Mad Grid, which pauses the survivor's wiggle timer while they're on the shoulder of the Legion. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you like this DVD content, I will be sure to deliver more in the future. For those of you who didn't know, I stream on Twitch on the weekends, so go check it out. The link is in the description. All right, that's all from me. Goodbye.